Civil Media.
Eu faleminderit.
Distinguished Mr. Derala, distinguished representatives of political parties, on behalf of the Alliance for the Albanians, I will present our positions, but also issues related to the reform of election code and election process. I regret that the first time when we entered the room, we did not have the representatives of the two political parties. It is strange that they are not in the room, but they are in the room. They manage the process of election reforms for 2 decades. So the representatives who are in power, we listen to them and then they go. I think the conference organizers and other representatives should take this into consideration. I don't think that we have a representative of the Ministry of Justice here who should take note of our comments and who should then incorporate them into the election code. I will not speak about the shared points. We absolutely support the open list, preferential lists. This is a unanimous position of all political parties. I don't think there is any need to continue discussion in this respect. And during the work organized in the Justice Ministry, and we needed 6 months period for the State Election Commission administration to be professionalized so that everybody in it is professional. The same goes about the election committees. They should also be they should be composed of professional staff. And then we should start talking about what we demanded, and that refers to the election model. The Alliance for the Albanians is open for discussion on election models. We are maintaining the position that this election model is inadequate because it has disbalance, because we have the 6th election district with more than 10% and the extra, and the other has minus 5%, which means that the elections are contentious. We believe that if such initiative is raised at the Constitutional Court, the present composition of the Parliament would be rejected because it does not give realistic representation to all polling districts as the law provides. And another intervention to the election code made by Dui Vëmëra and SDSM was when the 3% threshold was increased to 5%, which caused additional disproportion in the election districts. So this is why we will present the arguments why we are favoring several election districts. We are against the model of a single election district. In several public presentations, we did state that Macedonia should have more than 8 polling districts. It could even have 10 polling districts, but with 8 polling districts, this is based on the fact that Macedonia, according to the law on territorial division of 2009, it was adopted in European spirit, and of course in the spirit of our pledges to have regional representation, and with all complexities, not just from an economic perspective but also from a socio-cultural perspective. Such system is confusing us. When I say that I'm an MP from the 5th polling district, I don't know if I come from Bitola Debar Struga. So we are trying to find our affiliation to the municipalities in such system. We will not be from the southwestern, we will be from the farther part of Macedonia. So the law is predetermining this, and also the issues raised in different regions are similar. between the municipalities, otherwise they are different. Polog region is agricultural, Southwestern is dealing with tourism. In other parts you have wine, and Pelagonia region with other activities. So we will constantly have a conflict of issues in the approach to approach the problems from the central level. Also, the regions existing now are specialized centers that have recognized all local and regional problems. And they could really be a good center for the MPs who have ready-made materials and who are able to resolve the problems for the regions they are representing. So we're against the model of a single election district because this model will centralize the central government even further and will make Macedonia look like an empty place. There are three processes that never stopped. Moving of people to Skopje and immigration of citizens to Eastern Europe. This model the issue for the Western world is to keep the citizens in their country. So I believe that the model with one voting district is very detrimental and unacceptable. We have presented our problems, views, in terms of the notion that we do not trust this, but we have no control also. Macedonia was moving forward only when two biggest ethnic communities were balanced. The census of population failed due to several reasons. We are among the few countries in the world where there is no population census in the recent decades, and it might fail again. We have many divisions that could reflect on other problems in the future. So we believe that this model is not acceptable for us, taking into consideration many other documents than the ones I presented. And the problem with the diaspora is not highlighted here because it presupposes three election models in the diaspora that were a fiasco for Macedonia. They won 25% of the election funds. And there was no impact. The diaspora should vote according to the model existing, should vote by mail, because in addition to their socioeconomic impact, the money they send to Macedonia, they should also govern the policies in Macedonia. It is not true that the system with voting district and with municipal councils create local policies, because not a single municipality has competence over the agricultural land or the forest, of financial competencies over the police. To say that the model of one polling district is more appropriate takes us back to the argument why this election model should not be preferred. For the diaspora, one point I forgot, we have a special paradox in the case of voting. For 9 voters, 9 committee, 9 election board members were sent. There are different standards in Macedonia. In municipal councils, the number of council members is decided on the basis of population. And we believe that the new election districts should be decided based on the general number of population as established in the local self-government councils, not on the basis of number of voters. This is what I wanted to say, and I believe that in the third segment we will be able to discuss this and to explain the parts we think remain unclear. Thank you very much.